So it's going live. It's going to do what we want now. I need some more wood. And since I don't want to dip into that stockpile, because that'd leave us in a bad, almost stranded situation depending on how much we gotta run this engine. So, I mean, okay. We're just gonna run this backwards to make sure we're locked in. Yep, and we weren't at all. There. That one I don't want to be to. Never had that happen before, but sure. Okay. We'll just do 100 out of 100 and send her on her way down the track. So, I mean, that's gonna be okay, but yeah, I think it's because I stepped too far back and then it was saying something about coupler, and I think I stepped too far back and decoupled it, but that's okay. Just run the train in full reverse and you'll recouple it, and that's I like I like these couplers. I do. I really like these kind of couplers. They're just sometimes like a little bit like they used to be a bit finicky, but then they came out with an update and kind of fixed that. But now they're kind of they're better than they were. And I think I'm gonna run some lumber and beams, and I'm gonna have to get some water. But the thing is, when I go back into the sawmill, I have like a water tower in that place down, just because of this very reason. Because it sometimes runs very, very low. Why is it running so slow? I don't get it. Oh, there it goes. So, I mean, there's that. So, you know, it's fine. I want to get some water in this machine bad, but... So... I mean, it's gonna be, can we get this machine there? Should be able to get this machine there. I don't think there's any brakes on. Is there like a brake maybe dragged on or something? Well, I'm obviously not gonna get off because I might lose my stuff. I don't want to do that, so... Yeah, we're running really low on water. We'll probably be down here towards the bottom of the tender pretty soon. Or, I call it a tender, but it's the boiler. But I'm so used to running tenders and stuff, not Betsy with no tender, so, you know. We're running pretty fast, but... I'm just gonna shut it down a little bit on the red. So we're good. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're right at 40, so... We'll get it. We're running at about 40 miles an hour, so... It's about what I want out of this. I was expecting about 40. And the reason I'm gonna let it run... I might have to hit the brake. But also at the same time, it goes uphill pretty quickly. And I'm wondering if, like, we're gonna be fighting against the hill, or is it gonna coast all the way up the hill at 40? Or above 40? I have no idea. But we're gonna find out the answer to this and many life questions. Because theoretically it should slow down, right? Just saying, like, theoretically it should, but because I laid this stuff too good, probably not. Okay, I'm doing under 40. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Oh crap, there it goes. I'm braking. But that doesn't make sense because it's a freaking smooth track. How did it derail? Uh-oh. Coupler broke. That 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 makes no sense, but okay. I don't think that's how couplers work. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's how they work. Also, I can't do anything with it. It just... There, now it's happy, I guess. I guess that's happy. Now the next question is, can I pull it from down here with hardly any water? So, who knows? I don't know why. It wasn't... We weren't doing... We weren't doing... Like, we were at like 30, roughly. 30, 40. And it... How does it just unlink like that? I guess it's not made for that speed? But also, like, how would it handle, like, 22? Because we have engines that do 22 miles an hour. Like, how would they do that if you're going downhill? Would they just decouple? That was a pretty straight piece of track. I don't know how to make that any smoother. Like, that stuff there is pretty smooth, too. So, I can't wait to get this thing filled. But first, we gotta start making raw iron, which means we gotta make more at the iron mine. And then we're gonna get a better train than Betsy, probably. And we'll just take the one car, move materials. That's the only thing I can think to do at this point. Like, I don't know. Yeah, let's fire this up a little bit more, maybe. Let's see if we can get that temperature up a little bit in the fire and see if it'll come back. That might help, I don't know at this point. Feels like it's kind of sluggish, so if I heat it up a bit more, you know, will that help? Maybe. Yeah, I know this track is not really that straight, but I'm not running above 20, so. And even if I was, I could just switch off the rig and kind of ride the brake a little bit and then get it under. That's what I was doing though. I was like right in here, I feel. Nothing derailed. So why? Why do you derail? Why derail? Like, I mean, now I got the numbers correct at least. But that's how I got scrambled in the first place. But except for the last time that happened, I was doing only 20 miles an hour and it derailed. Literally, it was only 20 miles an hour. I was on a straight piece of track and it just derailed for no reason. The last time, that's what I said. These are kind of getting better, but they're not to that point to like where they're 1,000% better, but they're getting there. So I mean, you know, there is that. We're just gonna kind of keep the fires hot as we can, and just, I know it's gonna eat away at our water, but we kind of don't have much of a choice. Yeah. The only thing I could think to do, which would be get this back to where I can get water and fuel into it. It's gonna need water for sure. Wood? Maybe. Gosh. I don't get this thing. I don't understand. See, this is what happened last time. Okay? I've got the brakes on. Jeez, I just want to run. I'm trying to run a little bit faster because I'm running out of freaking water, but no. No. No, I can't run faster. I don't get this, man. This is like some bull. Okay. I mean, they're roll. I'm just gonna let them roll into each other. I mean, what more am I supposed to do? Okay. But it did like that on a straight piece of track that I had. See? All fixed. Now. Now, can I just run? Okay, we'll get these back started. We got this. So I'm just gonna run it under 50, I guess. Like, I don't know. Every time I get near a speed that it doesn't seem like it should, it always does. So. Yeah, we should be alright. Sorry. So, we're okay, it's just... Alright, now I'm gonna cut the reg off if I can get it to... See, I cut the reg off, now we're just gonna... ride the brakes. I got 7% brake on. Yeah, we're good. I got 7% brake on, but that should be enough. Keep it kind of even. We got this. Now we got 20% brake. We're about where the 20 is, or a little bit above it, but not too far. And I'm just kind of leaving like brakes on sometimes, and then just letting them off to the corners, because the corners will take, you know, corners will take the speed away from you. Like a lot of it if you have brakes on. So I just, like, if I know I'm gonna go into a corner, I just try to get it near 20. So we're okay. We're actually not doing too bad right now. So. We got it. Okay, yeah. I'm just slowing it to around 20 or so. Okay, I'll do it under 20 if we have to. Yeah. I'm just trying to stay around 20 because So yeah, we're doing okay. I'll go ahead and hit the brakes hard. Cause see, if I hit the brakes hard before like some of these big hills, like let's it roll. There we go. I don't know if we're gonna make it. But we might make it into the sawmill, because I think we're about there. Into like where I had to build out. Yeah, we're about there. So I know once we hit a certain part of the track, I know kind of roughly where we are, so. Take one big set, remove the brakes. That's kind of what we're doing here. Trying to get it close to 20 as possible. I mean, as close as we can. With reasonable. There, that's about on 20. Dang near. Maybe a little above, but we're gonna see if we can use some of that momentum to carry us at least a little bit up this hill. So, I mean, there's that. I'm just gonna let it roll. I mean, it seems to be happy. I'll slow it down a little bit, but I don't think we're, you know. You might need to pull us through, maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, we're at 20 miles an hour, so we can go a little bit slower if we need to. We can also put the reverser all the way to 100% backwards with brake if we have to slow down, so. Yeah, I'm gonna get some water, get some more fuel. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe see about getting a delivery back, maybe back out there, maybe not. Depends. Maybe. We might have time to make one more delivery. Like, I was trying it out last night just with the empty cars to see if it can make it out there. I didn't know that I didn't realize how much water I didn't have in here. So. But that's okay. By the way, this is all just off that hill. But as you can see, this is a pretty straight piece of bridge, though. Besides down here where it attaches to the dirt. But I mean, I had a straight piece like this at track at the beginning. Like, and it still, like, derailed. And I don't understand how. I mean, yeah, I still gotta transport more logs to maybe fill up the sawmill at some point, but if we did that, you know, I'll do that probably between, you know, now and then next time we play, because it takes a while. I'm just trying to get enough money to get maybe a bigger engine that can go a little bit quicker than this. This isn't too bad. It's just when you start trying to go up in the mountains, or try to get to where I gotta drop off, you know, the iron. I can't get there with this. I bought a car just to see if it was possible, but it's not possible. Again, I have to buy things to test it to make sure that I can get out to wherever I want to go, so. Like, the Betsy just wouldn't go there, so. think what we'll have to do, I'll have to look at getting a new engine pretty soon. Don't know if the Montezuma would make it where I want to go, but maybe we can look at different options. So, you know, we got this. Yeah, we're gonna stop, get some water, get some more firewood. We're not down that much on firewood, but we'll just make sure we have enough. Besides, I gotta get more water anyway, so it's just like, you know, we're gonna be here, and we're gonna have to be building up the fire, so you might as well just get fire from the rack as well and fill up our box a little bit, so it'll be alright. But it's okay, we'll get that built up. It's just, I'm gonna start slowing down a little bit for this corner. Come on, let me pull the dang brakes off. So, I mean, you got this. So we'll get it. Get some water into the train. So, I mean, there's that. We'll get it down. Okay. I mean, this thing pulled a heck of a lot of stuff, so. Yeah, I'm gonna just move forward a little bit. So, just let it roll for a little bit. There. Come on, let me out. Like, hey, let me out of the menu. But at least we have a water tower over here. So, I mean, there's that. So, I mean, we're gonna get water to it. Come on. Okay, wherever that is, we're gonna just leave it. That seems to be happiness. Should be fine. Yeah, just takes a minute, but it's fine. So right now, what we're doing is we're gonna refill this thing. This thing's gonna just take a minute. So, you know, it'll work. I think we have more room for more. Like, I would think so, but I don't know. I know in the other Betsy, from like past experience with it, is usually like it goes up to here, but it doesn't. So, whatever. I don't care. Am I a little angry? Yes, but am I like gonna be, pressed by it? No, not really. I mean, there. Get all that wood in there. Get that baby cranking. I don't. Yeah, but it doesn't tell me how much water there is in there. So I'm sorry to say, but I wish it did. Okay. There. I can leave it like that, where it's not gonna be doing anything. It's fine. And it's all watered, ready to go. So, I mean, we can theoretically leave up out of here. Let's do that. Let's get loaded up with some more product here. I don't know. Well, we might load some lumber. So we're gonna have 3 and 3, so 6 lumber. It's got beams out there already, so it's like, let's make some iron. I just want to start making that product, and then we'll just get ready to start moving it. Because I'm pretty sure eventually, with moving all that product out there, eventually we gotta have enough to, move it. Pretty sure. But as you can see, that's a long run, so I don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll see if we want to run all the way out there or not. Like, I don't know. It's just because it's a long run. And I have a small train. It's my fault, because I should have chosen something different, but I didn't think, like, a Betsy would take forever to get somewhere. So, it's fine. I'm just going to shut the reg off. So we got nothing really driving it. Because I gotta hit the brakes so that I can back up, get more products. Yeah, I know this track is like screwed up here, but there's nothing I can do about it. Totally nothing. I mean, I've tried laying it precise and it does the same thing when you come out to here. But this track has to be there to clear this hill. So it's like, what do I do? I can't really do much. So, I mean, yeah. I just gotta wait for it to clear and then... This one's gonna be for the water well at some point. I just haven't decided when I want to start building it out there. I know we gotta start getting water out to the like other facilities too, but you know we're gonna get there. But so yeah. Do, 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 do. That link is all screwed. Oh jeez. But it is kind of funny though. I have to admit that. Okay, so we got this. And this would be like for the water. So we can, you know, maybe start making stuff for the cattle farm and all that. We might start doing that eventually. But I'm just gonna do it like I've done everything else and just single track it. Like, I've seen people do like, you know, dual track out to there, but I'm like, I understand why you would want to do that. But for me, I still don't understand why you would want to do that too much. I'm saying like, too much. Maybe. But, you know, I'm just saying that's just me. It's just, I don't see the reason why. So yeah, we'll load up and we'll get some stuff out to there. We got beams all the way out to there. So we'll get some lumber out to there. I did do it with empty cars, so. And then I tried it with a couple loads of just, you know, beams. Because, again, I just want to make sure that, like, none of my corners are too sharp. You know, nothing's too sharp with a load. So there's, like, a couple loads of those. That's the only reason why there's, like, beams out there. It's just because, like, you know, I gotta try to make sure that this is gonna work. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. So we have full of water again. Our fire's kind of dying down, but that's fine because we're inside the yard, and that's not really going to matter too much right now. Because we're just inside the yard. We're not really, you know, out on the, you know, main line. So that's not going to matter too much right at this possible second. But, like, the second that we get done loading, we got to put more in so that we can stoke it up a little bit. And then it will be, you know, ready to go. I just know, like, that's the process on how you would do it, so. That sounds, pretty good. But, because we're, you know, an industry track, it won't really matter. Like, it's just the way I'm thinking about it, is like, yeah, you could have full fire, but it's like, why? Because you're inside the industry right now. You're not, you know, out on the main line where you're actually going somewhere, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, that's just how my head works on that. It's just, it doesn't make sense. So, it'll work. So yeah, we're gonna go back in. We'll take this lumber. We got beams out there, so I'm not gonna take any more. Because I want to run those ones that we have out there out, so this is the only way I think to do it. I should have took some lumber with me to see if it's possible with lumber, but hey, it's possible with beams, it's possible with lumber. That's how I get it to stop fast. I don't know if that's necessarily how you would do it in real life, but that's how I'm doing it here. Because I don't know how else you would do it. It's 3. It's only 3. So it's 6 lumber. Looks like we're pretty close there. But then again, with another car, maybe, I don't know. I could take another, like, one of these, and then, like, if I really wanted to, but I really don't. I want to save money, get another engine. Especially get out of the Betsy as kind of quick as possible is kind of my idea. Now, see, I'm not going to stoke this up yet because we still got to switch out of here. So, I mean, there is that. Okay, let's grab just a couple pieces. Okay, just a couple. Just a couple pieces. Get it up to, you know, about 100% again. Is there some heavy cars? Probably, I don't know. Saying I don't know what they weigh in, like, real life, but I'm pretty sure they would be pretty heavy. But I do know that it'll work. This track, I don't like the fact. I so want to just rip this track out of here and start again. I so badly do. Because, like, this thing is just so... This, I think, is like 30 or something. It was like the only thing that would work here, and I get that, but also, like, this track here, I don't get why I couldn't have gone straight with it, but I don't know. So yeah, we're doing okay with that. Boiler seems to be fine. So yeah, we're doing it. We got this. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this done. I'm gonna try to get this out there, and then if we can get it out there, be a miracle. But yeah, it's literally gonna be a miracle. I'm just saying that because you gotta think it's like hills and ups and downs, and these are both probably pretty heavy cars. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, we're doing okay. So yeah, I mean, theoretically, I can't pull anything up in here. So yeah, I'm hoping. But, you know, this is like, you know, okay, you know, this has to get delivered today. This is the only thing I really have that needs to be delivered. So, I mean, there is that. Plus, it is, you know, Easter and all that. So, I mean, there's, you know, hopefully we get all this delivered. Hoping to get all this delivered just today. Just these two car loads of lumber. I got beams already out there. So, I'm hoping to use up all those beams that I have, but I don't know if that will work. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Hit the brake. Like, the brakes aren't full and it's still, like, wanting to go up the hill. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. They changed it from like where you have to drag it, you can just click your mouse. That's pretty cool. But we don't pay attention to that. That's not actually like that. So, I mean, there's that. They weigh how much? How much did that say it weighed? Okay, so it's roughly 5,000. It's roughly. Roughly. Rough calculation, so that's going to be a heck of a lot of weight that we're about to push up this hill backwards. If this train can do it, then it can do almost dang near anything it wants to. I'm saying there are some hills, obviously, in this game, like up here in the high mountains, probably not going to get this up there. Unless we, like, spawn it up there, maybe. We could probably, you know, I think it's, yeah, that's true. I think it's, you can spawn, train cars anywhere now, I think. If I remember correctly, I remember seeing something about that in the update. So you don't have to go all the way back and then connect and then go. You can just hook and go. So, by the way, I do like these automatic couplers. I do like them. They're just a bit silly sometimes. Yeah, for whatever reason. Sometimes even at speed, they're a bit silly. But, you know, the water seems to be good. We're a little bit down, but that's okay. Anyway, we'll probably get some more water eventually anyway. But I do kind of like the way this thing looks, but also I know this track is silly right up here. So. We're good. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the brake so that it doesn't when I derail, because it could. Yeah, right there. See? And right here is like another issue. But yeah, we're good. We got a little more speed here. Let's kind of get back up to speed at least a little bit. I'll take 12 miles an hour or so. It's fine. I mean, we're not gonna be going like 22 miles an hour or anything like that, but this speed I'll take. You know, it's fine. It just takes forever to get places. It's like, I want to go faster, but, you know, we can't because I need bigger engine. Yep. Bigger engine intensifies. Or at least trying to get money. So, I mean, there is that. But we will get this train back over to there, at least now, and then for now, and that'll pretty much probably do it for today. Like, I got beams over there. We just gotta get some of this lumber over there so I can start making more iron. You know? that would be the only thing that's, stopping me really right now from getting another train is we need to make deliveries, but between the two places sometimes, like, right now is so long that this train just doesn't make theoretical sense for it. But at the same time, you can do it, it's just gonna take you forever. So it's kind of like, take your time to do it, or get them on Azuma at the start. And I think I should have probably got them on Azuma, but I was like, I tried them on Azuma on some of the track that I had previously, and it didn't work. So I was like thinking, this will, make it, at least this will be like a log train or, something like that. More allocated for that. It's either going to be a yard train or just a log train. It's either one of the two. I'm just saying that's what this thing will probably be done with. Like, once we're done with it, using it for, like, the main train that we have. Like, once we get done using it for the main. So, I mean, this train, I don't know, it can run logs. I mean, it running logs, I don't see a problem with that. If we wanted to run more than 2 log cars, yeah, I see a problem with that. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know if it could do it, but I mean, we could get, like, log cars, add them up there. As long as they're empty, we should be able to make it up there. Like, these are fully loaded, and it's only gonna go about, looks like we're only doing about 12, maybe-ish. So, I mean, that sounds about right, because these things are fully loaded train cars. But we're pushing them in reverse, and it's wanting to do it, so. It's a heck of an engine. That's what I'm saying. It could probably do logs, once we get, done with it, but they wouldn't be for logs for long, because I'd probably want to move, more than 2 cars at a time. Unless I get, like, the one log car that has, like, more logs to it, maybe, but I don't know. I don't see this train moving, like, that many cars of logs. Maybe, well, I can't really move that neither, never mind. So say you can move the iron, but no, I've already tried that. It doesn't work for that, so. Yeah, it might just have to go to log duty or something like that, like where it's not so hard on it, and we're not having to run it all the time so hard, but it might not be this main train for long. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah, I got nothing ahead. Okay. But yeah, it's okay. I got more fire in there. It's generating more steam. Does it go for reverse, maybe? How does that do for that? Does it give us more? No. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I have this going because at least I'll be able to see where we theoretically have already been. Like, I wish I had, like, a turntable somewhere in the industry where I could turntable my train around so, like, I could push and pull kind of thing, but I don't have one of those. And I think at the sawmill that would make sense because then you could flip your train around. But I don't know about that. So. We'll get it though. I'm just watching the speed, that's about it. That's about all I can watch right now. Another thing I can see is to the back of the car and this. That's it. That's all I can see. I wish this thing had a backlight. I know the other one does, but the other one weighs a heck of a lot more than this one does, and probably won't be able to do the same thing that this one's doing. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know, it weighs more, it has more wood, but it has a light back here. So it's kind of like, what do you do? Yeah, 100% backwards, no brake on that I'm aware of. Like, I think it's just because it weighs so much that we're going to be so far down on the speed. That's about it. Now it kind of makes sense. I can actually see something, kind of. Okay, so I mean, we're getting there. At speed of about 12 miles an hour, but hey, that's fine. But yeah, it's okay. I wish I could put like my lantern like on the back of the car or something. Like this back car to like act as a light or something. Because we need something back there, obviously. You know what I mean? Or flip the train around. That's kind of like what we do, you know? Sorry for yawning, but it's just kind of been a long day. We should be able to make this out there. I'm just gonna leave this like this. There's not much I can do. Like, I mean, there's not. There's nothing that I can do to make it go any faster. There literally isn't. But we are getting up there. So we are almost just judged on where we're at, we should be getting ready to come up to the switch eventually. There is a switch that it goes, you know, goes left and then goes on up to where the iron would be delivered. When we get a train that can deliver it, of course. I don't know. I might try to get like a Montezuma or something like that. I don't know exactly. I just need something a little bit bigger, to be honest with you. Something a little bit bigger. I might not be able to get this train up here. Well, maybe not, but see if we can help it. I'll give it another. I gave it more fire and it was like, okay. Gave it a couple more pieces of wood and it kind of increased a little bit, it seemed like. Now, it could be the fact that we're coming off the flat, kind of, but also it could be because I put fire in it. I don't know. But it came up some, so I wonder if it's just like we're struggling and trying to run so much in reverse that when this drops down, the more this drops down, the more your speed drops. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're coming up here. This is pretty much close to the ground as you can get. I mean, it doesn't have much fill to it. I mean, there's areas like where I have lots of fill, but that's just because like the ground's so uneven, so I try to, you know, make it easy for any train to get up there. Yeah, we should be coming up to where that switch is laid. Because it should be over there. Yep. Yep, we're gonna be coming up to it pretty soon. So this thing can just decrease its speed a little bit. We should be okay. Okay. I'm just letting it kind of just do its thing. Like, whatever it wants to do, it does. If it wants to go faster, it can go faster. If it wants to go slower, it can go slower. I don't care. But I'm honestly right now just letting it, like, run. Let it ride. But yeah, we're coming into that switch, because there's a switch up ahead. Surprised you don't have the one like where it shows you like where you have your rails yet. But yeah, I mean, this is where we're coming up. This is where the switch is gonna be. And I built it. So what I did is I built it off another industry. And then I had to make it work. Let's see. Yeah. It's kind of working. Kind of not. Wish we were up here or here. In between here. Like just closer to 20 even would be a lot better because it could push it a lot easier, but it's fine. We'll get it there one way or another. Do I hate getting this thing there? No. Do I hate having to drive it there and back in a long stretch because this thing only does about 12? Yes, I hate that it does 12 miles an hour only. Like when it's loaded, I'm saying. Like I hate that, but so we're good. Yeah, this thing weighs pretty heavy, I'm assuming. So me having issues is not making sense, but yeah, I mean it seems to be alright now. That's where we're going. So that's where we're going. We're gonna go to the right. So I mean, you know, we are making it. You know, we're making it where we gotta be, but still takes forever. It feels like. But it's okay because the more it runs, you know, the more we'll get there eventually. So, I mean, there is that. So, there is that, you know? It's just the more it runs, eventually it should get better. So, I mean, it's kind of like the faster you want to get there is, you know, it's all good, but there's not really a real way to. Because, you know, you need something bigger than this. But I just chose this because it was like, you know, I'm trying to build, you know, easy going track. So I figured if this can make it, that would mean that anything can make it. There are spots in this map that are like, questionable. So. It looks okay. So. So, it's okay. So it's at 100% again. And the only reason I'm starting up the fire a little bit more is I'm just trying to see something. Yeah, I mean, it does make it run a little bit faster. That's what I was wondering. So we're just pretty much trying to get this done, but we'll get this at least delivered. Yeah, we seem to be okay with this. Should get a little bit of a speed boost because we're kind of going downhill. And I'm going to use that to hopefully get up the hill on the other side. So I'm going to leave the regulator all the way open and see if that'll help us a little bit. But it might not, who knows. Yeah, it might work. I just don't think it's going to work for me. I think it's because that coupler's like going through the ground. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it'll work. It's just I'm not very happy about this, but it'll work. There we go. So we're just kind of waiting right now to get to the iron mine. That's all I can say is I'm just waiting right now. So it's working pretty good. So it's working pretty good. It's working better than I thought, really, because I thought this would be too heavy to be pushing. At least in reverse, but it's working. So yeah, it's working. I'm working on it. It's working, so. Yeah. But that's, I mean, it looks like our speed has increased a little bit. As you can tell, it's not going to be going very, very fast, but it's trying to go fast. It just can't for some weird reason. I don't know. Something I think to do. So. Yeah, this stuff right in here I have to have some of this eventually to get into the gold mining. But in order to get this stuff, you gotta go to the iron smelt. What the problem with that is that I don't have a train here that will make it up to there. It doesn't, because it only goes like 12 miles an hour forward. It can go faster forward, but it's not gonna help you much. Sorry for yawning, but you know, I'm trying my best to get there. When we get up here, and we get, you know, pretty much it offloaded, at least one of them, we should be able to move a little bit better. I think loading up both cars probably with the same product is probably a bad idea, and I probably won't do that ever again. But I know that beams are pretty light, so I know that that's pretty okay for the train. This is probably pretty heavy for it, so I might have to do like one lumber, you know, or whatever. Or see how much we have at the end and then see if we're close to a train. Roughly. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can think is see what we're close to. Once we get up here, but it's gonna take forever. Just saying, it's gonna just take. It's going to take a long time. So, I mean, there's just nothing really for me to do. There's really nothing for me to do. So. Got more wood burnt in there. So. I just keep putting wood in there to try to keep it hot to see. Maybe that'll help us. I know if I was pushing, it would probably be better. But, you know. We got this. Yeah, I mean, we can kind of almost get it up there. This thing will almost get it to where it's gotta go for the iron, but it just won't. So. We can see what we're close to, I think. Getting, maybe. If it's an engine that we can get that's kind of affordable. Maybe not a Montezuma, but something powerful might be nice. Like, we can look and see. You can do it, train. You got this. You got it, train. Just keep going. Just keep driving, just keep driving, you know? That's pretty much what it's gotta do right now. It's just... I mean, it's gonna be okay. So... This is the first engine that we have, so we're gonna have to put a number 2 on whatever engine we get, so... I mean, all I need really is just one that has a good pulling power. So... try that. We're doing pretty okay right now. Anyway, it's... just might as well whistle it. Because we're coming in to do it. It's just... I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I should be able to make it. But will I make it? Come on, train. So I said, this thing is, we need a better train. I don't know if it's a Montezuma is our answer. I don't know what our next answer is at this point. But we need a new train. Whether it be tier 1 or tier 2, something like that. We need something with a little bit more force than this one has. At least for attractive effort. I do see a couple options, maybe, but we'll go over those here as soon as I deliver this, so we can see if we're actually close enough to get, you know, a different train, because this thing is, like, not good at all. But if you had, like, a big, you know, yard where you were storing all your cars, I don't have one of those yet. But if I was to have a big yard, or if I was just doing logs, where I'm only going to be moving like a couple cars or something like that, you know, depending on whatever car it is, this would probably be what you would use for that, you know? But other than that, I don't see any real reason to use this for, like, the mainline runs like I'm doing, but it's just the only train that I have, so that's the only reason why. But, I mean, theoretically, since it doesn't make sense. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah, we're good there. We got this, we got this. Drop the rig. Just drop that down. let it coast into this corner, because if you don't, it'll... Just saying. If you don't, it'll be going way too fast. So. We got this. Plus, we're not doing too fast. But there's our beams that are already... So, I mean, this will work. I had to make some tweaks to the track, so I just made some runs up here. Not that many, like a couple. But I'm just saying, like, it made it. I just had to figure out this curve right here. That's was the only thing to figure out, but that was, like, took forever. So, we'll get this figured out. Okay. Because they would run it coming closer to anything. So. The thing I like about these ones, at least, that you can fit two of them close to a platform. So, be able to fit both of these, hopefully, in between there. Okay. Okay. Now, how much did that make? Okay. Oh, there goes the rest of it. So we're sitting at about 18. That's okay. I was just wondering, like... So... Now, let's see... Into here... So we got close to 3. And I'm just gonna go backwards this way, because it should be faster. The one I cannot get. Another one I cannot get. I'm just going, I got, like, I'm tier 2, so... No thanks. No thanks. Would if I, like, had to? No. I mean, that has a lot more power. This has more power than what I was looking at maybe doing, so... 90. And does it have a light on the back? Like, I'm just looking for something that has, like, a light on the back. Still no light on the back. Does this one have a light on the back? Like, as an option? Like, if I put... I'm just saying, okay? I think this one is probably the best option. It's more money. But... it's a better option. It's got... you know... the connector might be a bit, you know, weird, like when you connect to the small cars, but that'd be fine. I don't really care. It'll work. And I can't order it because I don't think I have enough. What do I have again? How much do I have? 2,700. Okay. Let's get... whoop. Well, I mean, there is that. How much does that have? It has 8. Dang, that's so much, though. That's so much money. But it does have so much more attractive effort, though. Okay, well, now we know how much we need to make. And I'm gonna try to, you know, maybe run some more logs out to the sawmill just because I need to fill up that pond again. This has 18 in it, so, I mean, there's that. But, with all that being said, you know, there's not much more I can do on this episode because we need a better train, obviously. So, with all that being said, I will see you all next time.